anything. So I thought about you, Sheila, whenever I was like, I don't know, sometime late, it's like when I was leaving, a passing thought. Should have called Sheila to see if she wanted to write over.
I thought about it and I was halfway here.
Oh, you were?
That's what I thought about it.
Maybe you just came over from work.
Yeah.
So.
Hey guys, I just want to say anybody that's live streaming, welcome to our February meeting, the 29th. We don't get that one too many days of the year, so that's kind of cool. But I just wanted to thank everybody. We have the girls here in the room too, so you'll hear us kind of yelling and talking and different things like that. But we've got a couple different things that we'd like to talk about today. First of all, I would like, let me grab my papers, sorry. First of all, I'd just like to recognize the gals that were incredible in sales. And a member of our $300 up to $500 club were Melissa Basham, Fran Hildebrandt, Heidi Griffin, Dolores Usher, Shanette Miller, Julie Sterkland, Renee Beaucamp, and Sheila Crass, and Luann Fultz, and Debbie Atchison. Yay! Good job, you guys! Good job!
What did we do?
Yeah, up to 600, yeah.
Okay.
And then from 600 to 1,000 was Lisa Ham, Jennifer Beersley, and Wendy DeLauder. And up from 1,000 up to, let's see, what will we go to? 1,000 to up to 1,500. That was Linda White, Edna Umfleet, Ida Kammerling, Kim Reinberg, Brittany Foster, and LaDonna Metzke sponsored her in January, and her first month she did 1,000. So she became a firm incentive winner. She gets the 7-dot bracelet and that little cute heart dot. We have Debbie Petzel, Rose Brothers, Rita Huffman, and at $1,515, Emily James, Yahoo! And $1,500 is really significant because you are able to get that $100 free stuff, because that's the power of 3. And then at our top 3, can I hear it for the top 3? Woo! Yeah, we have Chris Johnson at $2,066.25. Denise Petrarca, I always say her name wrong. It's $2,083.45, and number 1 is LaDonna Metzke at $3,615.15. Woohoo! Yay, LaDonna! LaDonna's a sewing machine. I mean, I'm proud of everybody. 300, of course, is our, you can order the next month's stuff, early, so that's always a good thing. And there are so many people that are just right on the edge of almost 300 and almost 1,500. So go in, check your totals. Tonight's the last night, so you can get that ordered. And also Denise was advanced to Senior Boutique Partner, so that's great. And of course LaDonna sponsored Brittany and Denise sponsored Wendy. So congratulations to everybody. We have, and I will also, oh gosh, I meant to show you guys these. This is the, let me see if I can get this close. This is the incentive for the little heart. And then this little palm tree at the bottom. You've never seen this one, I'm sure. This one actually was what we got at Leadership. So there's only like 10 of these. So I don't even wear it because I'm afraid I'm going to lose it. So, now, we have a couple things that I really want to go over. And I think it's so important because if we can't meet objections, would you guys say that objections is one of your biggest challenges?
Yes.
When people say something, it's like, well, you're like, you don't know what to say. So if you've got something that you can say easily, I think that you're going to be really, good at it. Did I give anybody any... Debbie, I gave you a job, didn't I? Which one did I give you? Time, money, what was it? Objection?
Objection. Yeah.
To which one?
No.
I'm not a salesperson. Was it you? Who did I give that?
You texted me and I sent you a book.
Yeah.
So,
Was it?
yeah.
It was like I'm not a salesperson.
I'm not a salesperson.
Okay, you come on up here.
Oh.
This is Debbie.
Okay. I want to look skinny and smart.
You do. Yes. Good. My car. Well, I have the like the young lens on there too, so the wrinkles you can't see. Either,
Oh,
so.
I love you. Good.
Not that you have an hair or anything, but you know.
Yeah.
So I get this one a lot. I don't know about you guys. It's like, and I try not to be really good at the socials because I want them to know that they can do it too. You know, it's like, oh my God, if she could do it, I could do it too. So if somebody says to you, you're talking to them about the opportunity and they say, I'm not really a salesperson, Debbie. You are such a salesperson. You just have that personality and I just don't have that.
You know, you should see our leader, Jane. She is not a salesperson at all. No, but you don't have to be a salesperson because our product really sells itself. All you have to do, you get so much jewelry, so much product, and you just lay it on the table. And you notice that this party, people came up, so it really sells itself. And you get cards. And I mean, they tell you what to say. There's
You mean like little cheater cards?
Yeah, well, you saw me read that.
I did, but I thought you made them up. Oh.
No, they give that to me. They tell me what to say.
Oh
It's
my
like
gosh,
point
okay.
by point. Yeah. So I really, when you're not a salesperson, because I feel like I'm really too pushy sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, women do not want to be, and you would be perfect at it. They really try and not get salespeople because the product sells itself.
Okay, well, I might be able to do that if I can read off the cards.
You
think that
can.
would
I mean,
be
they
good.
just tell you everything to do.
Is there like training or something for that, or
The
how does that
training
work?
is amazing.
Hmm.
Yes. I just did a War on Death. There's constant training. We're doing basics, but they also train you on the product itself, and then they train you on exactly what to say. It's like, basics, and they give you a class on that. It's wonderful.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
a lot of support, and everybody in our group. It doesn't matter who signed who up. Everyone is really, really easy to talk to, and they're very receptive to any questions that you have. And like your first couple parties, I'd be happy to go with you.
Oh,
kind of
that
help.
is so helpful.
Yeah, or you could come to mine and just watch me and tell me what I don't do right or what I did do amazing. Or, yeah, we're a team. We really work together.
That makes it kind of easy.
Yeah, great.
then.
Okay, well here,
Well, thank
make sure you go
you.
on my website,
Under join.
Under join. Thank you.
Thank you. That was great. Woo! Yay! Good job. Okay, and which one did I give you?
Objection time.
Time. Oh, okay. Well, can you hobble up?
Yeah.
Sorry. This is my special little one here. She fell roller skating, right? And broke her leg. Yes. This is Julie Strickland, and that was Debbie Atchison there. So, well, I would really love to do this business. I just love the product, but I just, honestly, I just don't have the time.
Well, honestly, you don't need a lot of time. The thing about it is you could even do it over a lunch hour. You could do it over a 30-minute coffee somewhere. You really don't have to take a lot of time. We can do one-on-one socials. There's a lot of different ways that you can, 10, 15 minutes, you can actually tell your prospect or what have you, things that you like about the company and things like that.
Well, if I gave up my TV time, I probably would have a lot of time.
Yes, absolutely, because your TV time does take away a lot that you could be out there trying to sell and promote the company and things
Even
like
if I
that.
did it once a week, maybe you gave up 2 hours of TV time in the evening.
Yes, that's really all you need. I mean, socials alone usually last around an hour to an hour and a half. I mean, and you can actually cut them down as well.
Mm-hmm.
The nice thing about it is, when you get in there and you start a social, you want to tell everybody that, hey, I've got to be out of here by a certain time. Say it's 9 o'clock. You just let them know that that's what time you want to be out of there by, and everybody expects to get in, get out, get done, and they don't want to drag a social on kind of thing.
Okay. How long does it take? I mean, with like everything. Like when you do a social, would you say you spend on it? Travel time, getting there, orders, stuff like that.
It really depends on where you're traveling to. I mean, you could be traveling a good distance.
Yeah,
You could be
that's
traveling just around the corner. The main thing is that I would say an average social is going to last anywhere from 1.5 to 3 hours, depending on if you're at a restaurant and the gals are just sitting down relaxing.
True.
Okay. There's a lot of different ways you can do socials.
Well, I like sitting around relaxing too, so that might be a time for me to sit around and relax for a change, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Meet up some girlfriends, and because you guys just you do like theme parties and things like that too, right?
Yes, yeah, we do lots of theme parties. I mean, we've got Rock the Dots. I mean, we've got PJ and popcorn parties.
Ooh, stop right there.
Okay, let's sign you up for the PJ and popcorn.
Well, and that sounds like a lot of fun. So that would be fun because we don't have a lot of fun anymore. So Well, thank you, Julie. Yay, good
Thank
job.
you,
Thank you for hopping up here just for sure. Okay, so we have time. And our other one was, who would like to come up for the money one?
I just don't have any money.
Erica,
She was
you want to
there.
come on up? What would you say to me is if I said I didn't? You can come on up because we're doing the live stream. So this is Erica Stroop. She's one of my managers, so she's here too. Yay. Well, Erica, you know, I just love the product, but I just don't have the money right now. I just can't do it.
Okay. Hang on a second. Okay. Well, the good thing about this is it's a very low startup cost.
How much is it?
It's $199, but you get $820 worth of product.
Wow.
So you have tons of inventory, and you get catalogs, you get business, all the business supplies to get you started the first month of your website. So a lot of your upfront cost is very minimal. And you can have many shows on that. You don't have to buy a bunch of inventory. In fact, you know, the founders even say, you know, don't spend your money on the inventory. You know, they push you to do with as little as you can so you don't put yourself in debt right away, which was a big thing for me. You know, you don't have to buy a bunch of inventory and they're not pushing that on you. So your upfront cost is very minimal.
So, and your commission's 40%. So
Yes,
if
right.
I sell $500 and 40%, that's $200. I could like zero out my investment at $500 in sales.
Yes, and that starts
Oh my goodness.
immediately. Your 40% discount is immediate.
Wow.
And you can do that in one social easy.
And you'd come help me like get started.
Absolutely.
So if I put it like on my credit card, which is due till the end of the month, and I had a social right away. Now,
Then you
do
can-
I get that money right away, or
You
does
get
that come
that-
from the company?
No, you get that day. The day your social is you take home that money.
So I could put on the credit card $200. Then I could have my social, and all I gotta do is $500. Have the money when I leave there, and pay
Absolutely.
my credit card off that night.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Second waitress with half food.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Good job. Okay. This is a really good one, and this is the one that drives me crazy. But anyway, this one is I gotta think about it.
Oh.
So how would you guys answer? I gotta think about it.
What are you thinking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what is there to think about?
Or I have to pray about it. Now that one I kind of like.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Well, great. Let's pray together.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Let's pray
Yeah,
together.
that's
Yeah. Yeah. What would you guys say? I've got to think about it. I've got to think about it.
Would you give some type of timeline? Say, well, can you call me back at such and such time, or maybe on Wednesday, and this possibly could be on Monday? Would that help them?
Mm-hmm.
Or would you maybe invite them to one of your socials when you're giving it, so they can actually see how little time there might be involved in it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bring them along.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then we're doing objections, and the one I just threw out was, you know, I got to think about it. Have you had that one at your anything recently? Yeah, I got to
Yeah.
think about it. Uh-huh. And usually when they say that, there's something in their mind that they're thinking of. There's something that's keeping them from committing, right? And that's what you got to find out. Say, well, what do you need to think about? Is it the time? Is it the money? Try to draw that out of them, and then meet the objection. Say, you know, if I could, you know, is it a no? Is it a, that's just the facts thing. Is it, you know, is that a no, not ever, or is that just a no, not right now, type thing? You know, because sometimes it's, you know, I just can't do it right now. You know, I'm got my kids or whatever, but you know, I love it. I'm gonna keep it on the back burner. And I'll just give you guys some hope, I guess is the word. There are people that you will show the business to that will come back to you a year later and sign up. I had it happen last week. A year, I thought, but you know, just kept touching base every now and then, send them, you know, newsletter, things like that. Yeah. So never give up hope, because we have really spectacular to offer to people, and there are so many people that are just praying for something. You know, they've got more month than money most of the time. You know, they don't maybe have any girlfriends, or they've just moved somewhere. They feel like they don't have a family. You know, we can offer them the fun. We can offer them, if they're scared about maybe not knowing, or the training. Because I just signed up just recently, a couple girls, they've never done direct sales. So they're probably a little, you know, afraid. I mean, you know, you've never done it, you don't know what to do. So, you know, it's a gamut of things that people are thinking of when they say, I just, you know, not right
I
now.
had a girl yesterday, she's kind of on the fence to sign up, and I can't remember how it came about, but I had mentioned the tax deduction, like part of, it's a home-based business, so part of your home, you know, would be tax deductible, you know, your mileage, keep your receipts, you know, because whenever you have a home-based business, that's a tax deduction. She's like, oh, do you know what I paid in tax? You know what? And so that was really key for her.
Absolutely.
So she really, really liked that. She needed something. And I said, you know, in order really, you just have to do $300 a month. I explained this party, this is what, you know, was, you know.
That's a good point. I never thought about that, but that's
you know,
true.
So
Yeah.
it could be, you know, as an investment, you know, and then
Yeah.
you get all that
Yeah,
stuff.
something fun, for sure. Well, there are just a couple of the objections. I'm sure there's a ton more. But if y'all don't know how to meet the objection, you're just going to say, okay. I don't want you guys to say, okay. I want you to figure out how to answer that. Like last time we went over the 30-second commercial. You know, you got to almost have it, you know, in practice in the car, going to work or something. Okay, somebody just told me I don't have time. So what are you going to say to them? And you have to really have it down, because you'll get flustered, you know, or something. But if you have it like in your back pocket, where you can just pull it out, then you know, it's good to go. I have a couple things that I set up here, but the flip-flops, if you guys haven't seen those, oh my goodness. I did a show just this weekend, and I sold so many of these flip-flops. I came home, I had like, I don't know how many pair. I came home with one pair. One pair. And, you know, when you start telling people about them, and I like put them in their hands, and I'm like, just feel this, feel how soft this is, man, I'm telling you. And with, you know, I tell them that it's made by Reef Manufacturing, Reef, that the same manufacturer that manufactures the high-end Reef. And I said, just feel the thing between your toes. Don't you hate that when they have those plastic things? This is like a shoestring. It's so soft. You know, $29.95. I think it's a fantastic deal. So don't not present those. How you like my little head? See my little head up here? And but the sunglasses, again, the sunglasses are just fantastic. I absolutely love these. I just delivered a pair yesterday to a customer, and she was all crazy about them as well. And her daughter was there, and she's like, Mama, I need a pair of them. I'm like, okay, we can make that happen. So, but anyway, there's our sunglasses. And Karen also recommended a book that I just got in, and I started reading it. It's really, really good. I've gotten like that far. But it's called Go for No. So if you can order that, I would advise it. It's just a little thin book. It's like 80 pages. But it's by Richard Fenton and Andrea Waltz. And it looks like it's going to be really good. Like I said, I only got through it just a little bit. But
Hey Jane,
But there you go.
I do a lot of like the audiobooks,
yes.
and it's only like $4.95.
Oh, the download?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
where did you get
perfect.
it? From
iTunes.
iTunes?
iTunes download $4.95.
Because I looked
Oh, there you go.
I didn't find those.
Because I was
Yeah.
on the way up there.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
easy,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm a visual learner, so I'm like a highlighter type person. But if you're an audio learner, that's really good too.
Well, since
And when
I
you
did-
drive
I
a
used to
lot.
like to read all the time, but you know,
Oh, I-
I have kids, so I can't read.
Well,
so
it's
I
better,
just
yeah,
listen anytime I can.
absolutely. And you can go over it again and again too, make notes or something like that, for sure. But is there anybody here who started the basic? Oh my gosh, all you guys are basic. Oh, fantastic. Who's the first time that they're doing basic? Oh my gosh. Debbie, what do you think about it?
Amazing.
Amazing.
I love it. And I really enjoyed the homework. I mean, it's, you know, I mean, it's, And a lot of it, you know, I already knew it, you know, from you and Rose. I mean, you know, trying to tell me to help me and stuff. But there's so many things. I love Karen's enthusiasm.
I
Really.
know.
I mean, she did, you know, and I know that she's been hugely successful, you know, in her past life and extremely successful now. And you can just tell and what she does works, you know. It's like, and so of course, you know, since then I had a party and I just felt so much easier. I was more comfortable. It was fun. I wasn't nervous. I had music going to where before I did not have music going. And so I had music going, and it was, I don't know, it just kind of set the tone. You know, so it was wonderful.
Dana, how about you? You were telling me a little bit in the kitchen about it.
I like it. No, I like it. Well, I was telling you earlier that I got really discouraged because I got in and then they started discontinuing everything, and I'm like, what am I going to show? What am I going to do? And I just kind of quit everything, you know, and just haven't done anything. So this week, like after the very first class on Tuesday, I got all my stuff out and sorted between what's discontinued and what's not, and getting ready to place an order, you know, to get some of the new stuff. And I've got my 5 theme ideas and, you know, working with those. And
Which 5 theme ideas did you pick?
well, definitely a chocolate one, because that's
Oh,
just me.
Death by
I'm
Chocolate,
surprised
yeah.
I don't have a coffee one yet, but I don't. And then one that I'm kind of proud of, we just did a murder mystery party for my 16-year-old daughter's birthday like a week or 2 ago. So I have some decorations. So like a VIP something event is, and I'm thinking people can like dress up if they want. And I've got a
Cool.
red carpet and like a mural to put on the wall kind of thing,
Oh,
you know.
wow.
And I thought that might be kind of neat for a launch party.
Yeah.
You know, like this
Perfect.
VIP event. So, and then I was Googling ideas. So like a couple, I'm really hoping Saturday morning socials might be popular because that's comfortable for my schedule. So like a baubles and brunch kind of idea, where maybe just a breakfast
Ooh, I
casserole
like
and
that.
some fruit.
Baubles and brunch.
Baubles and brunch.
I like that.
So anyway, that's 3 of them.
Yeah, that's
There's
great.
well, of course, PJs and popcorn, and there's something else that was like a Saturday morning kind of
Yeah.
thing. So
I love it.
just kind of laying everything out. I
Yeah.
talked to Rose on the phone today. I'm like, yeah, and I've got this one person that wants to have a social, and she promised me this week we get on the calendar. So I'm working everything towards this one thing, and she's just kind of quiet. I said, I know you're wondering why I just don't jump into it. But I'm like, I'm going to have my inventory, I'm going to have this, and then I'm going to do this one social. And then from there, I'm going to
That's
take off.
okay. I know. Well, you know, I can tell that your personality, that you like to have everything in order.
I do.
You
I
do.
do.
I can tell that. So, you know, and that's comfortable for you at this point. So, you know,
I really thought I was
go
gonna
for it.
sign
You're
up at the
doing
end of
100%
November.
more than somebody
I was
that's
going
doing
to sign up at
nothing.
the end of November. I was going to get trained in the month of December, and in January I was going to start, and then the whole thing fell apart.
That's okay. You
But
know?
training started now, so I'm just step by step as they teach me things, I'm going to do it.
The basic is amazing. Exactly. I mean, I'm doing it again myself.
I figured it'll
So-
hold me accountable when you turn
It
into homework.
does
you know.
hold you accountable.
So as soon as they tell me how to ask people to have, then I'm going to start signing. You know,
there,
get my calendar
I'm waiting, girl.
full.
Sheila, how about you? Did you
I loved
start
it.
a basic?
I loved it. I thought it was great. It was exciting. It was really fun and exciting for me to listen to Karen, you know, to explain and bring it forth. And from her enthusiasm, it just kind of flows. And it was really stirred up the excitement. And I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so.
Oh yeah, she's a fireball. How many of you guys are coming to conference? Because I am telling you, oh please try. I mean, just please try. Meeting her in person, on the thing, she's wonderful. But in person,
She's crazy.
oh, she's crazy. Yeah, it is so much. And the conference, I always do a money back guarantee because I'm telling, Erica knows, it is, you know, it's just so much fun, number one. You learn so much. How about you guys have been to conference? What did you think of the, Erica, when you
Well,
went?
it's like a vacation I'm gonna plan. It's like my personal vacation from now on, because it is. It's so much
Yeah.
fun, and it's you learn. I mean, they invest a lot of time, and it's
Oh,
not
yes.
just like you sit in there and you've got like pencil and paper, and it's just like you've been to other conferences where it's so monotonous, and it's like, oh my gosh, when's lunchtime? It just flies by. You know, I did the boot camp, and that day just flew by, and then Saturday, you know, they're showing you new product, they're giving you ideas. I mean, there's just so much information that you Some of it you're like, well, I've heard that before, but that's a different spin on it. Or some of it you've never heard before. And I'm telling you, if you don't leave there motivated and energized, your ears will plug because, and just getting to know everyone. I mean, I've made friends there, that I can't wait to see again, and you have a lot of fun memories.
Oh,
And you
absolutely.
get lots of goodies, so,
I know, really, the $200 that you spend, you get back pretty much
Oh,
in
yeah.
good stuff. Like really, I mean, like
It is.
really good stuff.
Yeah.
Usually it's like the stuff that's gonna be coming out and you get
Yeah.
it like early and it's like everybody's wearing it around and we like own it, man, when we were out there. But it is fun. I mean, it's a lot of fun, and I always tell everybody, coming to conference will propel your business ahead 6 months. Without a doubt, because you learn so much, you can apply it, and really get to meet the people too, which is really great. And Julie, I know you had a good time too. You want the other leg working? No, I'm just kidding.
It was great.
It was great.
No, it was a
was.
good time. I mean, I like it when they play music when we're coming into the meetings and things like that, so you get everybody pumped up, people are dancing, having a good time. But you do learn a lot of stuff, and every one of those girls, the owners, have got something to bring to the table.
Absolutely.
That's what I love
That's
about
a
it.
good
They've all
point.
got their own great personalities, and of course Karen, I just love her. I mean, I love them all, but Karen is hilarious. She'll keep you laughing, then you'll be crying the next minute. Just different stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a good time though.
Yeah. So
It's-
finish, you girls who are doing the
learn lots of
basic.
stuff.
Finish the basic because they talked about boot camp. And boot camp was, I didn't know what to expect. Well, in fact, I don't know if anybody wants to do it this year, but last year we all got like the pink camo shirts from boot camp. We were thinking like the military boot camp. So all of our team had those shirts on. So it was fun. We just got them at Walmart. They were like $9.
Yeah.
Or dead people, just, go get them. But, it was fun.
I'm still saving that $9 now.
But it was fun. We just had a great time, and I'm not going to run it for you for the boot camp, but all I can say is it is worth the $49.99 or whatever they charge for it. So for sure. I will also have these objections. I'll post these to our Snappy Lady site in the files, so you'll have those as well for those of y'all who are listening in. Also, you have a sheet. How many of you guys would love to have more socials on your calendar? Me too. I mean, I have a few, but I'd like a lot more. So I ran across this. I was telling the girls, a couple of the girls when they came in, I ran across this folder that I had saved from when Wendy Gruey did teaching about 7 or 8 years ago that I listened to her. I was in one of her teachings that she did. And this was something I pulled out. But it's 82 ways to get bookings. And I'll also post this. I'm not reading all 82. But there's a few that I thought were kind of unique that maybe you haven't heard of before. But one was send a catalog to a coworker that's moved. Hadn't thought of that. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty good one. Send a catalog to your Tupperware lady, to your Pampered Chef lady, whatever. And something I do too is when I do an event, I have a little paper. Some of you guys have been events with me, you've seen me maybe go around, but it's a little paper that says vendor blender discount. Come to my table, the vendors, and I'll give them a % off. It's got my card stapled to it and usually a brochure. And also the brochures will be coming out shortly. Gina, we were talking the other day, so they're working on those. So that they have my card and, 20% off. I mean, shoot. I go over there and see what they have for 20% off. A lot of times your vendors are your best customers.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I mean, honestly. Or even sometimes you can barter things if you need something they have. So that's kind of thing. Advertise in your alumni newspaper. I thought that was pretty good. Include a flyer with your bill payments.
I love that one.
Well, I got a gal, she was from the Holiday Inn. I'd done an event there a couple years ago. I guess I was in their database. She said, well, if you ever want to come back and do any events here again, we'd love to have you. Well, I sent her an email back. Thank you very much for thinking of me. And by the way, I have a new business now. And I went into this dial. I'm looking for motivated people in the Nashville area. It was in Nashville. We're expanding into the area. She didn't send me anything back, but I thought, well, she's trying to get my business, I'm gonna get her. Put something back on her. Put a current catalog or a brochure in your neighbor's doors. Remember the door hangers? Remember we used to go around with real estate real long time ago. We'd go around and put the hangers on the door, you know. And I thought, guess, you know, we could do that. Host an office party or a brunch. Have your husband or significant other promote your product at work, or your mom, or your sister, or somebody. I mean, you know, shoot, why not? They want to see you succeed. Put an ask me about my jewelry dot on. I thought, you know what? We need to make a dot that says ask me about my jewelry.
Oh, yeah.
You know? I thought, oh, we could do that. Hold an opportunity night. And I just want to mention, too, that we are putting together every Monday night at 7:30 Central Time. We have a newbie webinar. It's going to be going on shortly, and I've partnered with a couple other managers, not in my business, but different ones, and Erica, you've done one. Going to get you hooked up, too. But that are helping to do the newbie webinars. And we're going to, Gina, we're putting together a opportunity that we're going to do maybe 20 minutes before the newbie webinar. So if you have somebody who's interested, you can, every Monday night, there'll be a little 20-minute opportunity thing that you can send them to. And then if they're interested, they can just stay on and then learn about the newbie stuff as well. So that's coming down the pike. Treat your hostesses to a hostess appreciation tea. And Dana and I, we were just talking about the old product that we have, like in our kits you were talking about. Something that I like to do is my hostesses, I have like something like this usually it's around Christmas time, but I do it for my hostesses and they get first dibs at all my retired stuff.
Oh, cool.
If you're a hostess, and I use that as trying to get socials, I'll say, now look, around Christmas time, I do a special, you know, first dibs Christmas thing, that you get dibs on my retired things, you know, type thing. So, another point was something that I've got set up here shortly. We're working on the date, but in the nail salon, of course you can tell I don't get my nails done, but my son's girlfriend, a fiance, their family owns a nail salon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an after hours social there, and what I'm going to do is any of the nail technicians, they refer any clients to me that buy product. For every $25, I'm going to give them a gift certificate with that particular technician for $5. So that way they're buying from me, but yet the technician has a vested interest because they're going to get a gift card, and what are they going to do? They ain't going to not use it, so they're going to go back to the technician for repeat business. And you can do that for any coffee shop, I mean, whatever you want to do, because it's kind of like, you know, I'll scratch your back and you'll kind of scratch mine. So offer bridal registry, and then just ask, not ask. And you can just go on. I mean, it's really full of things, and again, I'll post this. But don't you think that if you did a few of these things that you could get some extra socials? And, you know, I almost feel like Karen in a way. It's like, you know, I don't have any socials. Well, here's 82 ways. Think you can do one of them, maybe, you know? So, but I just want you guys to have great success in this business. I want you to make money. I want your dreams to come true. I want, you know, I just want it all. And that brings me to, my husband actually wrote this a long time ago. And again, I told you I was cleaning out my filing cabinet, doing my taxes, getting stuff out. And I ran across the 82 things from Wendy. And this was stuck in there too. And I almost forgot about it, that he had written. And it's based on Proverbs 21. But it says, idle dreams take lives. The unfulfilled dreams, goals, and visions kill the spirit of man or woman. Instead of his desires being a blessing and motivation, they haunt him with guilt. You guys ever had guilt for not doing a social? Not guilt for, okay. He has dreams and sets goals, but he refuses to work for them. His aspirations are real, but not real enough to cause him to achieve them. The less he works, the more he greedily covets his desires, and this in turn drives him to envy, jealousy, and eventually the death of his vision. Dreams, goals, and visions are not for the lazy of heart. They are for those who diligently labor, and they're not for the greedy and the judgmental. Dare to dream, set great goals, acquire God's vision for your life, and pursue them with all your heart. For you see, God honors dreams that work, goals that stretch, and visions that are clearly seen. Your desires will increase your life if pursued, or they will destroy your life if neglected. And I like read it, I'm like, whew. But how true. Isn't it true? Yeah. I can't tell you how many times I've had guilt, like maybe I didn't have a meeting that month or something. Something came up, and you know how it is, you just get busy and you just have guilt, but yet I have the dreams, I want to do it. And I tell you, does a dream motivate you? I mean, does a dream really drive you to achieve? It does me, it does me. And with this business, you can make it happen. We are just on the ground floor of this business. I mean, you see the people, there's like 2, 3, 4, representatives kind of, but just imagine, I envision that they're not even going to one day let us put those welcome things on there anymore, because there's going to be like 20 a day, 50 a day. Yeah. Just be too much. They say, you can't do it no more, type thing. And that's what's going to happen, because there comes a point, like you've all heard of like the geometric growth, like the penny a day type thing. There comes a point where you start to grow, and then it's just like a stone going down. You just can't stop it. It just is growing. So I see that happening for all of you. Did you guys have any questions about anything, or maybe anything you want to, any challenges that you're having in your businesses, or anything that we can help out with? Or
I have a question.
Yes.
I've had a couple people now, but
Yeah.
I just had a girl, a friend of mine, we were friends when we were little,
Mhm.
and she just sent me a message out of the blue. I've never talked to her about Style Dots.
Uh-huh.
I've never ran into her, like she's never seen them or been to a party or anything. She sent me a message and said her and her daughter really like Style Dots. She doesn't want the business of selling,
Mhm.
but she's like wanting to buy a starter kit, just to buy it for themselves, whatever. So she was asking, different things, and I told her the only thing would be the website to keep it going.
Right.
But then I also gave her like a bunch of examples of, but if you buy like one piece a month, you're saving that, you're getting it back. Obviously they
The
can do that,
$99
but
kit,
in
that's
order-
a ticket
I
if
know,
she's
that's
just
what
want to do
I
for
messaged her, so I
tonight.
today.
I mean, like, going
But
away.
I think she's wanting the big one.
Oh, I mean,
But-
honestly, who wouldn't? For an
Yeah,
extra
I
$100,
know.
you get like an extra 600.
No. Now, so obviously, that's fine,
Mm-hmm.
but in order for it to be beneficial for me, she would at least have to purchase like the 300 or, like herself, or put in a $300 order for it to ever count for me.
Well, it
Is
all
that right?
counts for you. It all counts towards your team volume.
Not the kit. The kit.
Oh, not the kit, but any
No.
sales. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
in order, like for me to
But not
have
for
another
you-
person, doesn't she have to hit
Correct.
the 300 to be qualified?
Yeah, that
at
part
least
she
once?
does.
At
Yeah.
least once, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Like that month, they all have to line up. But I mean, even if she does a little bit, if you have enough little bits, I have a lot of little bits,
Yeah.
that add up to a lot. So,
Well, it's
and
like
you
that.
never know,
Yeah.
you never know. I'm
I
telling
know.
you. I've had people like come in and they're like, oh, I'm just gonna like wear it and share it, Jane, like you said. I'm not gonna, before I know it, they got a $1,000 order on there. I'm like, they wear and share it a lot. It's like, wow. Because you just never know. Or they might have a need come up that they gotta make some extra cash. And you got your own business, you're open for business, then, I just don't get it. People don't have money. I'm like, well, don't you own your own business? Get out there a little bit, sell it. You can make some 40%. I told one waitress the other day, I said, what if you had 40% of everything that you sold today on that menu? What if you had 40%? And she goes, wow. I'm like, yeah, you're working for nothing, type thing. But yeah, go for it.
It was really like I'm sorry. other than, you know, the initial startup and then whatever she wants to spend, you know, $10 website, because she didn't have to put it on her taxes, she didn't have to claim any of it if she's not really making money. Because I've got another girl too that, she's been buying from me for like 6 months. I mean, she like places orders like every month. And I've been trying to get her just to bite the bullet and buy the kit and then.
She obviously loves it. So, and I have on the Hostess exclusive for next month. Girls, in case you haven't seen it.
It's pretty.
And that's really
That's
pretty.
beautiful.
She'll talk to
Isn't that
me,
pretty?
and
And
I have her
letters.
talked into it, and then she does have, and her husband like talks her out of it every time. So then we've been back and forth with the tax thing, because she doesn't want it on her taxes at all. I'm like, you don't have to. I'm like, even if you do the website, you don't really have to, right?
Yeah, as long as
They
she
don't have
doesn't
to claim
really make
if She
anything.
doesn't make any commission.
Yeah, absolutely.
One thing I had too, I had that gal I was telling you about from Festus. You know how you need to follow up, Well, it was my bad, I didn't actually follow up with her when her and I had talked at that quarter auction. Well, then she came back to me and said, hey, I'm interested in selling, I'm gonna do it in February. Well, then she said it was probably gonna be around the second week in February she was gonna do it. Well, the second week's come and gone, we're to the last week of the month, and I've been texting her and called her and things like that, and I keep on telling her, you know, hey, her whole deal was the money situation. Like I told her, I said, you know, we can do the whole, I've already sent her like 6 books in the mail. I also sent her order forms and things like that. And I said, you know, go ahead and get your pre-orders going and things like that, so then you can actually take that money and put it towards the kit and, you know, tell her that whole thing. But she said that some bills came up, and then now she's actually looking at doing it towards the end of the month. Well, now it's the end of the month, and I've texted her, I've called her, and she's not responding. So I'm just trying to figure out another. I told her about the $99 kit, which I don't think she would do that one anyway, because she said she wants. We talked about the purse, and I said, you get the purse and this and that. You know, I mean, there's just a lot of extras you get with the bigger kit. I just didn't know what else to
There is nothing else.
grab her attention.
Yeah, I mean, either she wants it or she doesn't. I mean, you can do that, and you know, I mean, you're talking to the choir here. I mean, I have a stack of leads like this that if you look on them, I write every time. They're in a booklet actually, but every time that I get a lead from the company, I write on there, you know, I call them right away. As soon as I get it, call them. Called so-and-so, left message. And then, you know, email, like maybe a day or two later, emailed. Then maybe a day or two later, you know, text message. I know you're really busy, but I just wanted to follow up. You gave me your number. You know, they gave me my number. I'm not like harassing them or anything. You wanted to find out information from me. Okay. And then maybe I'll try calling them again and all. And then finally the last time I'll say, you know, if you want any I'm super busy with my business. I'm very successful. If you need any further information, I'm here to answer any questions that you may have. But I've texted you 1,500 times. No, but you know what I mean. I've tried multiple attempts to contact you. If you're not interested, then it takes usually 8 times, they say, before somebody kind of comes around. So a lot of times I'll do that, and then after that it's like
Would it be too forward if you say, I mean, yes or no, the decision's totally up to you, but at least just give me a call.
Exactly.
If you're not interested, so I can put you in my file, so I will not be calling you anymore.
Right.
Or so I will not. I don't want to be a pest.
Right.
So if you will call me and tell me no, you don't, then guess what? I'll quit calling you.
Yeah.
I mean, can you say that?
Yeah, you can
I mean,
certainly say that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And sometimes what I'll do too is because there was a reason that they sent that inquiry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I don't know what it is because she didn't call me back. But I can almost bet 10 to 1 it's money.
Sure.
So I usually put on the last one there, it's like, I know you had to send the inquiry in. There had to be a reason, and then I kind of like play it that way because there has to be a reason that they sent it in.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can help you if you
Mhm.
just call me back, type of thing. So
I think a lot of times people have it.
they're scared. They don't know me.
Telling on myself here, but you would approach me.
Oh, I know, a year ago. Yep,
And
yep.
I was like, no.
Mhm.
And I just did not see myself.
But you weren't ready.
That's
you
it.
know?
That's it.
Timing is
Yes.
everything. And I always
Yes.
say, the student is ready. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Right.
And it's so
Yeah.
true. But
Yeah.
you gotta keep
And of
just
course,
casting
I'm
the
kicking
seeds
myself 'cause I
out.
should have done it now that I see it. And so
You're right. No.
but
Just kidding.
but I don't know.
But it's
I
okay.
can
You just
tell-
weren't ready.
No, but I mean,
you had your mom. I mean,
the
there's a lot
point I'm
of-
trying to make those, I can tell that story.
Yes, that's
I
true.
can use that, you know, well, you know, Jane approached me and I can kick myself in the tail for not signing up
Mhm.
a year ago, you know, and now it's a year later and I think of all those opportunities that I missed. So I can kind of use that, so,
That's true.
you know, I'm gonna take it to benefit me.
That's right.
Absolutely. How often do you contact them like you were, because I mean, this gal, I don't want to, she's a teacher, she's busy, you know, she may text me 2 days later, I'm thinking, like, you didn't get my text, whatever, you know, that's just most of my friends. Not you. But anyway, how often are you texting them or whatever?
Every couple days. Usually maybe twice a week or so. Like I'll do it, and then you know,
So
people
when-
read their texts. They read their texts. Don't tell
Oh,
me
yeah.
enough.
I know they
One
do.
gal, I got her to call me back because I'd emailed her and everything. Finally, this is what I said to her. I texted her, and I said, if you're like me, you're super busy, and you read my email, and you said I'm going to call that lady back, and you never got around to it.
Good.
And do you know she got that text and she called me right away. She goes, I feel so bad for not calling you because I did, that's exactly what happened. I was so busy. So, you know, you got to kind of understand a little bit, you know, but you can't grovel either because you're busy. You know, you can't,
Oh, I'm busy.
I know you are. But they can't, you know, you've got something really great, but they don't know it. So you kind of got to pursue them a little bit, but there comes a point where you got to move on to the next thing,
Yeah,
the next
talk them
person.
into it
And just-
too, then it's
Yeah,
not-
and you
they're
don't
not
want to talk them
they're
into
not
it. I mean, maybe
yeah.
just put them on the you know, your newsletter or something, and kind of maybe keep in front of them or that sort of thing. But
No, I'm really new still, so I might be talking out of turn, but, you know, there's a saying, some will, some won't.
oh yeah, so what?
Move on.
Yeah,
You
some
know,
will, some won't. So
but
what?
you know, I think to myself, because, I mean, the short time I've had, I don't know, 4 or 5 people, oh, I want to sign up, and I don't know anyone signed up, you know, but I think to myself, this company is so new. I mean, it's a little over a year old, and there's so many people out there that's never even heard of this. I'm not
Oh, yeah.
wasting my time on those people. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to be ugly, but
No,
I'm
I
not wasting my
understand.
time on those people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on.
Well,
to
I
the
told
next
somebody
one.
the other day, I mean, I was just kidding with it, but I meant it. I'm like, hey, you know what? This Stylettes train is leaving the station.
Right.
And either you're going to be on it or you're not going to be on
Yeah.
it. So you need to decide
Yeah.
what you want to do. So, anyway.
So how long do you usually kind of give someone waiting on them to reply back or sign up or whatever? And then-
Every couple days, like maybe twice a week, I usually try to, because I got my sheets there, and I usually, you know, write on them and stuff, and it's like, you know, I make like, usually my days for contacts, I usually do Saturday morning early, because you know me, I'm up like 5 o'clock. Saturday morning, because people are going to read their emails or whatever on Saturday, and then I text them during the week. Because I don't want to do that like early, like 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to text them. But I'll do the emails, because usually they'll get up in the morning and they'll read their emails, you know, type thing. Has anybody else had success with anything, doing a different way?
I
Or
think you're talking about writing them off. How long do you wait before you write
Yeah.
them?
Oh, write them off?
That's,
Oh.
well, I don't know what I'm
That's
saying,
what
like,
she's
or do
Yeah.
you totally write them off, or do you kind of give up, but then you still maybe every few
Keep them on
months?
the, I keep them on the
kinda-
newsletter type thing, and then I go through my book like every quarter. And especially if there's like this $99 kit, I went back and I emailed everybody that didn't get in and said, hey, you know, just want to let you know that we're doing something, we only do it very rarely, but they're doing a $99. If money was the issue, then perhaps you could do this, you know, type thing. So.
Oh, they don't extend that to March?
Nope.
No.
And they don't do it very often. It's rare. They've only done it twice that I know of, right?
It
The whole
seemed like
time.
last time it was right when a new catalog came out too. Is that kind of the trigger, like the new catalog? Is that when it?
I don't
Because
remember when the
it
last
was
one was.
August.
It might have
It
been.
was right after conference they did.
Right
something.
after conference, that's right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was a jump start, yeah. Type of
Because
thing.
they announced it at conference. They were going to give you a boost for the fall.
Yeah, yeah. So it's probably spring and fall. But any other questions? I'm gonna say goodbye to all my live stream gals. Thank you very much.